And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Overrun.
Overrun.
Thanks to all the patrons out there and YouTube channel members for joining us and letting us do this for a living.
It wasn't for you, we'd be doing something else.
I thought for a Monday show, today was a delight.
Yeah, it was fun.
I thought we did rather well.
It was impressive. We got an hour-long show out of basically 3 news stories. None of them were that hefty.
Karen here in chat says it absolutely correct. I need this day to be over so I can go home.
Same.
Oh, no, man, I love it.
Did you not post a link to the Patreon?
Sure I did.
It's not there.
Publish now. I'm publishing it now, so we're about to get an influx of people.
All right, cool.
Oops.
Cool. Including me.
Including you.
I'm here now.
Awesome. Very cool. Yeah. Anyways.
Today really feels like a Monday.
Yeah.
Alex C got it right here. I need a beer.
We have cervezas.
Yeah, it's too. I don't mean right
That's
now.
like the perfect thing to do prep for We Book Raw.
Sucking down a Pacifico.
Yeah.
All right, maybe I will.
Just do it.
I gotta eat my chili first.
I think we all. Chili and beer. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it goes well together. I know.
Perfect. You could be like Vincent Rand, farting the entire prep time
and giggling about it, no doubt.
Yeah. How do you think he giggles? Sounds like Butthead or he sounds like Beavis. Anyways, how was your weekend? You said that
busy.
Yeah, what did you do?
So we took the kids to.
Did you go to Fiesta?
Yeah,
nice.
Took the kids to a River Cats game Friday night.
Oh, fun.
Because my oldest kid, her school had something going on there.
Oh, that's fun.
And then there was fireworks after the game, so of course they wanted to stay till the fireworks.
Yeah.
So the game didn't end until about 10 something, so that was late. Usually they don't stay up that late.
Mm-hmm.
And then Saturday, what did we do Saturday? I feel like I was never home on Saturday. I can't remember anything we did. The hell did I do on Saturday? Oh, just a bunch of running around. Ran a bunch of errands in the morning.
That's cool.
And then yesterday, was Fiesta. My wife ran in the sun run.
Oh, cool.
5 miles.
Right on.
She did great.
Yeah.
And then we were there till about 1, and then she was hanging out with her friend, so I was with the kids the whole rest of the day.
Nice.
So it was just busy. We
went to a birthday party on Saturday at one of Bama's little friends. It was kind of cool. We got to see them all play because whenever I show up to pick her up at school, they're all playing outside. But immediately I'm like, I'm exposed. Like they're like, hey, Alabama, like all the little kids. I don't know. They all know who their parents are.
You can't just hover and to see how she interacts with
I
kids.
love to watch that. It's like my favorite thing in the world.
We went to the ball game. Of course, a couple of her classmates, my eldest daughter's classmates, were there. So we kind of got that.
Yeah.
So she got to kind of play with one of her classmates, and we don't. Again, it's not something that we normally see.
Yeah, I get to see it. Yeah, we got to see it at the birthday party. It was fun, and we got to see Finnegan in full action. Finnegan is one of those kids who whenever something is going on or somebody's in trouble, it's Finnegan.
Yeah,
but it's so hilarious.
Yeah,
because at that age, it's not like they're being super rude or anything. He's just being himself.
Yeah, no malice involved.
No, like he's just like slapping one kid on the head. And it's like little Sammy, and it's just they all know each other. So Finnegan's just crazy, and Sammy doesn't care. So it's not like he's being, like, oh, stop doing that. He was just like, yeah, it's just Finnegan. This is what he's doing. Yeah, Finnegan's a mess, dude.
Favorite Tabata says Ramadan Mubarak, friendos.
Oh man,
Ramadan Mubarak. There.
I was totally about to. I was gonna wish happy Ramadan.
Yeah,
because it started, I think, yesterday.
Yeah,
I think it started yesterday.
Yeah.
So. D Minor says, I smashed my friend's coworker.
Well, he said I drank and smashed this weekend.
Wow. Man, that's a lot of info right there.
That is a lot of info.
That's just way too much info, dude.
Alex C says Finnegan is the next Balor.
That guy, Finnegan, is definitely real.
Yep.
Oh, man. So, for example, this morning we dropped off Alabama, and as we're leaving, I just hear us.
Oh, dear. And
we're leaving, and I look over at Lacey. I'm like, you hear that fart noise? She's like, yeah. I'm like, it's Finnegan. He's doing this. Just sitting there by himself. Finnegan's great.
Oh, that's great. Geeked Out Nation, how do you feel about RVD on Impact? It's a little old. He looked old. He sent me a still. He looked pretty damn old.
Oh, he's so puffy. He's so puffy.
Steven here mentions that dangerous considering all those brain issues. Yeah, he went blind in an eye.
That's the bigger thing.
Or is he still blind in an eye?
I don't
I
know.
don't remember if he went blind or is blind.
Dude, there's an article or an interview or something out there. It
Yeah.
was a lawsuit. Wasn't it a lawsuit? Like it was it wasn't a lawsuit.
Wasn't
it was,
the WB lawsuit?
No. I think it was a divorce. Him and his wife were getting divorced or
Divorce
something.
proceedings.
And in that, there was like, it outlined why he's not making a bunch of money.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
WWE won't hire him because of the concussion stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like blind in an eye.
Yeah, that's messed up, man.
Oh, dude, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. Like, we all love Rob Van Dam, but I don't want to see a guy do that.
I don't want that to happen.
I don't want to see that.
Legit Underboss asked, "Can you still shotgun a beer, Steve?"
Can I still shot? I don't know if I've ever shotgunned a beer in my life.
Oh, really?
I don't think I have. Which one is that? Is the one where you do the side like that?
You poke the hole in the side, you put your mouth, and you open the top, and so it all just comes pouring out.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done
It's
that.
been a long time since I've done it.
I've never been like back when I used to drink a lot in my 20s. I wasn't the kind of guy who would like. I wouldn't play games with my alcohol.
Yeah, you nurse it. Like you'll take a little sip, you'll do stuff. Like that's the point for me. You put a beer in front of me now, I can probably just drink it
Yeah.
pretty easily.
Yeah.
Because before it was always like when I was young, I wasn't that used to the flavor of beer.
Yeah.
So it was just between that and the carbonation, it was hard to drink it fast.
See, back then
I don't think there's any problem.
These days, back then it was sort of the opposite. Like these days, I nurse it because I don't want to get drunk. Back then, what?
Don't want to get drunk.
You and I are different. You and I are different, man. We find joy in different things.
What's the point of drinking then?
Because I'll feel like shit. I don't want to feel like shit.
No. It's not a black or white thing. There's a spectrum, man. You can get a little buzz going. You're not going to feel like shit the next day.
No, that's fine. Oh man. So legit Underboss says Steve looks like a frat party guy. Looks can be deceiving. I've heard that. I'm not though. I've never played beer pong before.
Oh, I have.
I've never done that.
One of the drunkest I ever got was when I played beer pong, and I was out by like 7:30. Because the issue was not so much the beer pong,
Yeah.
which we started early and went hard. But I got to the point where I was like, "Fuck it," and I started drinking like Sailor Jerry on top of it. I remember playing some Connect 4. It's a fun early evening of playing games.
Yeah.
And just taking swigs straight from the bottle on like 7:30. I was like, all right, I'm done.
So I remember the thing
I'm gonna go lay down now.
I remember going to those old parties back at the old house, and I wouldn't shotgun, but it was just a regular stream. I had never any problems with like the taste or carbonation. I would just be like drinking. So I'd get blotto. I'd be out by like midnight. I mean, I remember times at that old house I'd black out in the bathroom.
Yeah.
But like, but it was never like, oh, let's do it. It's like, no, just give me the damn alcohol. Let me consume it, please. I want to because back then I wanted to get drunk.
Yeah. What changed?
What? I love this. I love that version of yours.
What?
Alcoholic Larson. It's my favorite thing. It's like my favorite thing. I think Lacey came home one day. I think her and your wife were going to go out or something.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, yeah, Larson was just sitting there just drinking hella wine. And I think I remember you coming in that Monday being like, yeah, I had like a whole bottle on Friday.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, man. Anyways.
But most of
which one's the Irish car bomb?
That's the
Guinness and
it's Guinness with
Jaeger? No,
Jaeger with a Bailey's float. I think.
I used to. Yeah,
I've had a few
that
of those
sounds
in my
familiar. Day. Yeah,
but I mean, it's like when I stopped drinking this last week because I feel like I was drinking too much because it's not like I really go overboard. I might have a beer or something like that or a glass of wine. It's a rare occasion where I'll sit and drink half a bottle of wine. But I don't know. I felt like I was putting on some pounds from the excess booze. I read a thing that says, "Don't drink your calories."
Yeah.
So I just dialed it back a little bit. After this weekend, though, it was just crazy busy. Like last night, I've earned myself a brew.
All right.
I'll earn myself a beer or two.
There you go.
Last night.
There you go. Let's do some non-news.
Oh, sounds good.
Now,
we're 10 minutes into overrun.
Well, people are here now. Here we go. Oh, speaking of Gene Hackman, I finally finished the conversation.
Today's movie Monday.
Okay, cool. We'll have a conversation about the conversation.
Conversation about the conversation. So non-news today is, as you probably saw from the thumbnails, about Daniel Bryan. Meltzer spoke. on Wrestling Observer Radio and speculated, much like we did a couple weeks back, about what injury he sustained. He's thinking concussion because that seems to be the assumption within the company. But here's kind of like the positive thing about all that is they actually cleared him. He's going to come back. I was kind of worried that he'd sign a new deal, and in that they'd say, well, if you get your bell rung again, we don't want to be liable for your brain getting all screwed up. So if you get a concussion, we'll release you from your deal or something like that. Like they just tried to keep him from wrestling going forward if he were to sustain another concussion.
I have zero to go by on this, but
I had zero to go by on that either. That's just my worry.
Yeah. No, because I do wonder if, given the nature of his return, if simply the science behind concussion stuff has developed to the point where there's more of a gray area in terms of, well, we know a lot more now, so we know what's more of what's safe and more of what's unsafe, and it's not a black and white issue like, oh, your brain is messed up, you're out. Now it's more of a, well, you know, what level are you at? What's safe and what's not safe?
I think for short-term stuff, 'cause I'm sure back when Daniel Bryan, in his initial WWE run at least, there's probably times he got his bell rung, got concussed, and was back wrestling in a matter of days as opposed to taking time. And it seems like WWE is more cognizant of the fact that people who do suffer concussions or a concussion, they need sufficient time off to recover, especially the industry like pro wrestling where you may not be taking direct shots to the head, but you're taking bumps on your back all the time, and that's sending shocks all the way up your spinal column up into your head, especially if, you know, at one point you don't happen to tuck your chin perfectly. You can be taking a lot of low-grade head trauma. Long-term, still don't know exactly the effects of constant concussion versus, because, you know, I mean, some of the studies I believe they've done for the NFL, it's not just concussions, it's the constant banging of heads.
Yeah.
Whether you're concussed from that or not, you're still damaging your brain when you're bashing heads together, even if you're wearing a helmet.
Did you see the little video clip of some luchador match where they did a Spanish fly off the balcony?
That was ridiculous.
That was awesome.
Onto the crowd.
Yeah, that was crazy.
They expected people to catch them.
I thought it was other wrestlers down there.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
I thought it was other wrestlers, but I didn't pay too close. I
didn't either.
I thought there were some shirtless people.
Oh, it could be. I thought it was just the crowd.
Well,
that's like the ultimate trust fall there.
It really is. Because a lot of people would be like, whoa, no.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, get out of the way. They're doing something. They're professionals.
I know. Here, let's expose concrete for them to land on because they're professionals.
Right, exactly.
That was insane.
Yeah. Wayne Maker, I think, is talking about the royal family.
Oh,
and their son. Now they have a son.
Yeah, Meghan had her baby today, right?
She had a baby.
I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah. The royal baby is here. They still don't have a name for it. Oh, man, look at Michael Cohen reports to prison for 3-year term.
I mean, they had 9 months to think about it.
Yeah.
You had no doubt when Bam was born what her name was going to be, right?
If it was well, no, once we found out, we knew in advance.
Once you found out boy or girl, decision was made, correct?
I think we knew before Lacey even got knocked up that it was going to be Alabama for a girl, Buster for a boy.
Yeah.
My mom was super anti-Buster.
I recall, yes.
Yeah, that's the dog's name, Steven. So, yeah. Anyways, before we get into movie talk, Tim Spulak, let's give an update. I like that post-show bonus episode can be the exclusive domain to updates on.
All right. Oh, did you see that all the events at the Tuscany for StarCast are open to the public?
Ooh!
Free gratis.
Oh, man, that's great.
They tweeted that yesterday.
Oh, that's so great. Okay, well, starting tomorrow, we're going to make announcements. I know Conrad had said something on Twitter about they're going to really start pushing the Tuscany events. So I've started a flyer for Friendo Fest 2019.
All right, good.
It's on my somewhere. It's on my iPad.
All right.
So I started it. I'm going to put all the info on it, and then when people come by the booth, our table, give them flyers.
There you go.
Go out.
They also got.
Friendo Fest.
Did you see Brian Zane calling out somebody to challenge for a karaoke battle?
I did see that
Friday night.
Yes,
yeah.
I did see that.
Yeah, you want to do it?
You want to do karaoke?
Hell yeah, man.
Here's the thing. In Vegas, I want to get drunk.
All right, good.
Like at home, I don't want to get drunk. In Vegas, I want to get drunk.
Whenever we're not involved in anything like
drinking,
the podcast stuff, I want to be lucid while we're doing anything on stage. Totally. Otherwise,
Yeah, pounding.
Yeah.
I like it.
So this is from, StarCast Twitter. Events at Tuscany do not require a platinum or gold bracelet. You heard it right. StarCast events at Tuscany are free to the public. And that's it.
That's crazy.
Pretty cool.
Oh, it's on and cracking now. That's awesome. So, yeah, live show, Friendo Fest 2019.
Yeah.
Big deal. It's our first ever live show. We've never done a live show of a live podcast before.
We do a live show every day.
Live
in front of an audience.
In front of an audience.
In theory, there could be an audience there, but that's unknown.
I think we have like 5 people.
Confirmed?
Yeah.
Well, that's somebody.
Yeah.
Hi, Sandra.
Hello, Sandra. Welcome.
Wayne says, I bet Steve is a cuddly drunk telling everyone he loves them. Tim volunteers to hand out flyers. There you go.
Perfect. He's street team. Street team Tim.
Yes.
Street Tim. Am I a cuddly drunk?
I guess I can be an angry drunk, as you witnessed that one time.
Well, yeah, but that was like the vital ingredient there was Hilton.
Yeah, he can make anybody an angry drunk.
Dumbass face, just laughing at you.
Yeah,
I'd be angry too. So yeah, the conversation.
Yeah, what'd you think?
It's free for people who are listening to this. It is free to watch on Pluto TV. It was a couple really interesting things about it. So this is a Gene Hackman. He plays a guy who goes around bugging things. He's a surveillance guy.
He's a private investigator, essentially.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's the best in the business at bugging things.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a movie that Francis Ford Coppola wrote and directed.
Between the first two Godfather films.
However, it was eligible for the Oscars the same year as Godfather 2. Mm-hmm. So it was actually nominated. Godfather was nominated and won for Best Adapted Screenplay. Was that adapted? Yeah, that was adapted. I'm assuming that.
Yeah, the Mario.
He did.
The novel existed before the movie.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Because I know that was the case with the first movie. And then he was also nominated for original screenplay
for The Conversation.
He didn't win that one, but he won the one for Godfather 2. And then I think he was nominated. Was Conversation nominated for Best Picture?
I believe so.
And Godfather 2 obviously won.
Yeah.
But he was only nominated once for Best Director for Godfather 2, and he won that. Mm-hmm. He wasn't nominated for Best Director for The Conversation.
I don't believe so, no.
He was nominated twice in one of the categories. I forget one, but it wasn't both. So that was kind of interesting that it was qualified in the same year. I don't know. I really don't. Has that ever happened before or since? Where two films from the same director were nominated in the same year?
I don't know about for Best Picture, no.
That's crazy. Like
unless Spielberg did it because he's really prolific.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I don't know about Best Picture.
I mean, I think haven't actors done that before?
Oh, yeah.
Like, didn't Tom Hanks, like, get nominated for, like, I don't know, like 3 things in the same year?
Probably.
I know it wasn't 3 things.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It's not very often where a director directs 2 movies and is nominated for a bunch of Oscars the same year.
Yeah. No, it was a really fantastic movie. It was so old school.
That end shot's something else, huh?
Yeah. It was an interesting way to end the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't see that coming, but I do like how isolated the movie is and the character is.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and that Harrison Ford cameo is great.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it was great to see him. It was great to see all the Godfather players.
Yep.
Including, of course, Robert Duvall and what's his name, Fredo.
John Cazale,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was awesome too. I don't know the actor's name, but the guy who keeps on hounding Harry about partnering up with him.
Oh, yeah.
The guy who puts the pen on him and then, I swerved you. Mm-hmm. He was really good too. Mm-hmm. I love just the convention scene of all the nerdy surveillance people. And like Gene Hackman's character is the star of the show, basically.
He doesn't want to be there, though.
He doesn't want to be there. He's so quiet and timid. Yeah. That's good stuff.
I don't know if I've seen Gene Hackman act so uncomfortable in his own skin before.
Yeah,
because every scene is just he's terribly awkward in that movie.
And he's on the verge always. Mm-hmm. He's like on the verge. Like you say one wrong thing, which that one dude does. He pushes his buttons quite a bit. It was really interesting stuff.
Yeah, such a small, quiet movie in comparison to. Kind of the operatic.
It's like a palate cleanser.
Totally, but it's like one of his best movies. Still,
yeah. And Hackman thinks it's one of his best movies.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
me see so often directors do a palate cleanser kind of. Mm-hmm. I mean, I kind of feel like in a way, like Burn After Reading. Is that what the Coen brothers did after No Country?
Yeah.
That felt like a palate cleanser.
You know who does almost exclusively palate cleansers is Soderbergh. I feel like all of his movies feel like I feel like Soderbergh he's sort of the Tom York of directors.
Yeah.
He just does a lot of stuff that he's really into.
Yeah.
And it's not very appealing to like the mainstream at all.
No.
Although his run directing The Knick was
really good.
Yeah, it was really something else. Yeah, that's right. F-Pop says John Cazale was only in like 5 movies and all 5 were nominated for Best Picture. Man. Yeah, he's like the Robert Horry of movies.
Yeah. Well, the 2 Godfathers, The Conversation, Dog Day Afternoon. What was the other one?
The Deer Hunter.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Were you a Deer Hunter fan?
It's kind of long.
It's got a really long wedding scene.
Yeah, the wedding scene's really long. I mean, I get it. You got to establish all of the characters and all the relationships and stuff, so it pays off in the end.
It's kind of movie that like exclusively gets by on the actors. Because if you cast anybody less than those guys, Walken, De Niro, all those guys, Cazale, all those guys, it would be kind of a bore fest.
It could be. It's an interesting movie though.
Alex C asks, "What do you guys think of incredibly self-indulgent directors like Tarantino?"
Are you saying Paul Thomas Anderson? I would say is only really indulgent movie. Magnolia is a pretty indulgent movie.
Magnolia is the height of self-indulgence.
I feel like The Master was kind of
I never
indulgent
saw that.
just because it's way too long and kind of unfocused.
Yeah. I'm here's the thing. If it's self-indulgence to the level
he's saying Wes Anderson. Yeah, Wes Anderson's pretty self-indulgent. Moonrise Kingdom was entirely self-indulgence.
If it's to the degree of a Moonrise Kingdom, I can't deal with it. But like those directors, by and large, and even like Paul Thomas Anderson with Magnolia, those are kind of outliers in their resumes, because by and large their movies aren't self-indulgent. They're just stylistic, you know? I mean, if you take a look at a guy like, I think his name is Michael Winterbottom. Yeah. The guy who did 24 Hour Party. Yeah. Very prolific, and his movies are exclusively stylized to the script or not, you know? Like The Trip, for example. He did the Trip movies also. Yeah. And it's amazing because he's not interested in putting his own stamp
not really
on the work. He is almost like just a workman director.
Yeah.
But like all of his material is really, really interesting stuff.
I would argue though with Magnolia for PTA, he really had to make that movie to move past the influences that had so kind of shaped his style.
You think so? Yeah.
Because that was the last of his movies that was really an obvious Altman, Scorsese inspired type deal. I mean, obviously with Magnolia, he was going for something like Nashville.
What do you do? What did you do after Magnolia?
Punch Drunk Love.
Yeah, I only saw like the first couple minutes of that.
And then after that was There Will Be Blood.
Is Punch Drunk Love the first one where he really quieted down stuff?
Yeah,
it was. Okay.
Yeah. Huh. No, he pretty much by that point shed, the visually at least the Scorsese influence with all the tracking in on people and stuff.
You know who like sprinted away from their style fairly early on? Aronofsky.
Yeah, I know.
After Requiem for a Dream, it was like basically just
he stopped doing the hip hop montage stuff.
It was like it was basically sort of pseudo doc style, you know.
Especially by The Wrestler, yeah.
The Wrestler was like basically like fly on the wall.
Fountain was kind of in between that.
Yeah, there was the Fountain. The Fountain was right after Requiem.
Yeah, he didn't do the hip hop montage stuff for the Fountain, but it wasn't
visually. It was still very stylized.
Yeah, it was very stylized. Yeah. It wasn't in the same manner as Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah. Geeked Out Nation said, "Ever watch Attack the Block?" I have not. You have, though.
I've seen it. It was all right.
You like that movie?
It was all right.
Yeah.
Wow, Tim Spurlock, not a fan of Punch Drunk Love.
Wow, he thought it was going to be like Happy Gilmore 2.
Yeah.
F-Pop says you can see him in The Wrestler.
Oh,
interesting.
Cool.
Yeah, is he one of the fans? Is F-Pop in fact R-Truth? Or
Ernest the Cat Miller.
Ernest the Cat Miller, that's right. Yeah.
That great. I marked out huge when the cat.
I know, that was so cool. There at the bottom, will anyone ever do something like what Kevin Feige has done with the MCU?
I don't know how.
Good luck with all that. You think it's going to break Avatar's record?
I hope so.
Seems like it. It's at 2.2 billion now.
After like 2 weeks.
11 days. That's insane.
That's crazy.
That's absolutely insane.
Patrick Sparks asks, what rapper has the best movie career? You have to say Ice Cube, right? Am I missing somebody?
Tupac had a pretty decent one.
Yeah.
He was in Juice. Juice is rad.
Yeah, but Ice Cube was in Boys in the Hood.
And Friday.
Those are classics, man.
Tupac was also in, no, never mind. He was in Poetic Justice.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say he was in a Steven Seagal movie. That was DMX.
I mean, 50 Cent, he's done some acting.
Yeah, but nothing. Like the best movie that stars any rapper is Boys in the Hood.
Oh,
right?
hell yeah, man.
Right?
I think so. Unless I'm
Right?
really forgetting something.
What about Ludacris in the Fast and Furious movies?
I mean, he's done okay for himself. Oh, Geeked Out Nation says Will Smith. There you go.
Well, box office wise, of course.
Yeah.
These days, I don't know. I see Will Smith as more of just like box office massive mega Hollywood star than rapper. But yeah, I mean, yeah.
Let's see here.
Trey Saunders says, what about Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg in The Wash?
Hey, I've seen that movie several times.
Have you?
Yeah,
You watched
I
it
have.
several times? I had it on
have.
DVD. I don't think I ever actually watched it.
My first job, we got a screener on DVD. I'm like, oh, I want to check this out. So I just took it.
Good job. Well done.
I mean, this list has Mark Wahlberg on it. He did have a rap career at one point.
Is his work with the Funky Bunch? That's really considered? I guess that is rap, huh?
Yeah. Diddy was great in Get Him to the Greek.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
He was
so
really
good.
good in. He was really good in. Didn't
He was so funny in that.
Didn't Favreau and Vince Vaughn have sort of a spiritual sequel to Swingers? What was that movie?
Oh yeah, Made.
Was it Made?
Yeah, it was Made. Remember that one?
That was a good movie. That was a really cool flick, and Diddy was in that too.
Did you ever see that Hendrix movie with Andre 3000?
No, I didn't. I always loved that idea. I just never heard anything about that movie.
Yeah, no.
I wanted to see that that movie that Outkast did also. What
I
was it?
saw that. Idlewild.
Idlewild. Yeah,
It was
was
all
it?
right.
Yeah, it was okay.
It was
yeah.
all right.
Didn't what was his name? The guy who directed Friday. Didn't he direct that?
No, I don't know.
What's his name? And there's an initial in it.
DJ Pooh, right?
No.
No?
DJ Pooh directed like Friday 2 and 3,
Oh,
I
okay.
think.
So I think DJ Pooh did The Wash.
That sounds right. It was dude, it's killing me because he's like a huge
Oh,
mainstream director.
yeah. F-Hop's got it. F. Gary Grant.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Or F. Gary Gray, sorry.
Gray, yeah.
Yeah.
He stopped by my our booth once at Comic-Con.
Oh, that's cool.
And picked up a copy of something, and then it was never made into a movie by F. Gary Gray. But I show up and I'm like, that guy looks familiar, and Jeff is talking to him a little bit, and then he leaves and he's like, dude, this is F. Gary Gray. I'm like, yeah, there's the bada. What about Andre 3000 as Coffee Black and Semi Pro? You need to see that movie,
Yeah,
man.
I know.
It's so
I need
good.
To see it. I need to see it.
I know, he's great. Yeah, T.I. has been in movies. T.I. also was in the Ant-Man franchise.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. It's a very small part. It's sort of comedic role.
W.S. Fletcher says, underrated is Ice-T. Yeah, he's great. He's awesome in SVU.
He's great in SVU. Yeah. Oh, man. Patrick Sparks. That actually, I never think about that movie until somebody brings it up. But Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer might be the best serial killer movie there is. It's fucked
Probably
up.
the most legit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what you want with a scary serial killer movie. Because isn't it like loosely kind of based on something real? I know like the videotaped aspect of it when he was like videotaping the victims. Like, that's based on something. Yeah, that is a messed up. Boy,
Yeah,
that's
is.
a terrifying movie. You know what would have been great about that movie too? Like if Michael Rooker never did anything after that. Did you imagine? Because he's such a charismatic guy.
Well,
like,
it's based on Henry Lee Lucas. Who's
Okay.
A real
Okay.
killer.
Okay, yeah, it is real. Okay, it is based on real stuff.
Claimed he confessed over 600 murders.
Yeah, 600. Oh my God.
Says while the film was inspired by Lucas's confessions, the vast majority of his claims turned out to be false. He was convicted of 11 murders, however.
Jeez. Alex C.
Said that most he killed 40 people.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
That's like a ton of people. That's like, yeah, that's a lot of. Alex C. claims The Man with No Name is the best trilogy. The problem with that is that it's one movie made 3 times.
Yeah, more or less.
Kind of.
Still good movies, though.
Yeah, they're good movies, but you really only need to see one of them.
Actually, the first 2 are more or less the same movie. Good, Bad, and the Ugly is slightly different.
Austin Luff says, I met Michael Rooker once. Super nice dude. Told us that Robert Downey Jr. was jealous that Batista was outshining him in Infinity War.
I'm trying to think of the best pure just 3-movie trilogy. Can't really say Star Wars anymore because there's a shit ton of those now.
So a movie franchise that only lasted 3 movies, no prequels, no... Oh, it's got to be Back to the Future.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be that.
That's got to be up there at least. Philip Wilson says, Lord of the Rings.
No, there's the Hobbit movies. That doesn't even count in our criteria.
Yeah.
Back to the Future is impressive. There were no... besides, you can't count the cartoon. That's not canon.
No.
What is Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon? What is that?
Don't know.
Bill and Ted is not a trilogy yet.
Oh, it will be.
And the Friday movies, like the first one is really good, and then the second 2 are just like goofballs, and they're still funny movies, but they don't really carry the quality of the first one.
No, it's a horror slasher movie. It's a 2006 mockumentary.
Alex C. says, does the goodness of Godfather 1 and 2 outweigh the badness of 3? No, it amplifies the badness of 3. It makes it even more of a bummer that 3 happened.
Yeah.
Although, didn't 3 still win Best Picture?
No.
It was nominated,
I think it was nominated, yeah, but didn't win. No.
What won that year? It was like the Dances with Wolves year or something.
Philip Wilson says, oh, Die Hard. There's like 7 Die Hard movies now.
Yeah, there's a lot, yeah.
Dirk Malloy says House Party, but the third one is kind of bad.
And there are more house parties, too.
Best Michael Douglas movie, and why is Falling Down the correct answer? Best Michael Douglas movie.
Falling Down has not aged well. If you go back and watch that movie, that movie has not aged well.
Yeah. See what Michael Douglas's oeuvre looks like here.
Michael Douglas's. Well, I mean, do you have to take out the Streets of San Francisco? Because that's a terrific TV show.
It's a good TV show.
This is going to be a long ass list.
Let's see here. I mean, Romancing the Stone. Come on.
He was in a movie called Stone Cold.
There's Wall Street.
Basic Instinct's got to be on there. I know a lot of people like The American President, but for me, that was just like not a very good prequel setup for The West Wing.
I mean, I like The Game. It's fun. Traffic.
The Game is a fun movie. Traffic is a terrific movie.
Wonder Boys is good.
Traffic is a hell of a movie.
It kind of goes downhill from there. Oh, Ant-Man.
Wall Street. Man, I watched a little bit of The Big Short last night.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go back
bad.
and I want to watch it from beginning to end because I think it wasn't really what I thought it was going to be. And I really want to watch it now.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Again, that's on Pluto TV.
That's cool.
Yeah. Pluto TV is great. Have internet connection, you get free. Free TV.
Free television. Free gratis.
Free gratis. Anyways, we are way over our time. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Till next time, we'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.
Goodbye.